All right, let us move along. Just a few weeks ago, our next guest fought against Donald Cerrone. There he is in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. It didn't go his way, but here he is, still standing, still the same old Al. Wanted to give him a couple weeks, but now here we are, back and better than ever. Al Iaquinta joining us now on the program. Al, how are you?
Better than ever. I'm better than ever. Thanks for having me on. Give me a little time to recover, like you said.
Yes.
But no, it's always good to be back on the show.
Honestly, I blame myself. I screwed up the tradition, and I felt very guilty about that. So never again, okay?
Good. That's awesome. If you're taking the blame, that means it's all your fault.
I will take that blame. I will fall on that sword for you, my man.
Call the record books. Get everything changed. You're taking the loss, not
L
me.
on my record. How are you feeling afterwards? A few weeks later.
I'm feeling great. Took a little while to recover. And that's it. I was swollen. I was beat up. I still got a little cut under here, but I don't think those are going away because the sun. I go and get the. It's going to take a while for the scarring to go away because of the sun and whatnot. But it is what it is. My no serious injuries. I mean, some pretty serious injuries, but nothing that won't heal on its own. And I don't need nothing crazy to be done. So just get back in the gym, physical therapy, recover, and back to training as usual.
So when you say some serious injuries, like what?
I broke my nose and I fractured my orbital bone, some deep bruising on my leg from some of those kicks. But I mean, I guess those are kind of. I think they said there's an average of one orbital bone fracture per UFC event, which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
So I just did another one added to the list. This is going to keep happening. These things don't fit in my ear.
Is it because of the cauliflower ear?
Yeah. Let me try switching them.
Okay.
Maybe if I put the left one in the right and the right one in the left.
Does this usually happen every time you wear headphones?
Yeah, I don't really use these ones. I try to get the
Right.
ones on top.
Well, I appreciate you going the extra mile. It sounds better on the show.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely.
Maybe this will work. Let's see. So wait. So you did break your orbital. Which side, left or right?
My right side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you need surgery?
No, I didn't need surgery. Thank God. I was in pain, man. They were like, "Oh, we might have to do surgery if you can't, if it affects your vision." I was like, "Please, just let me rest. I can't do any more pain. My pain tolerance was at its peak, for that one for sure. But no, everything worked out good and just some rest. It's hard for me to rest. I try to always be doing something, but yeah, I definitely needed to rest a lot after that one. I took a lot of. I don't want to. That can't happen again for sure. It definitely cannot happen again.
And just to be clear, for the nose as well, no surgery, correct?
No.
Okay.
No surgery. It's just a slight little bit crooked, and they
Right.
were like, we can try to adjust it or fix it or whatever. I was like, just leave me alone, please. Just let me rest.
I saw a video of you at the airport. You were in a wheelchair, kind of doing like wheelies and stuff. So you were able to fly home the next day, no problem.
Yeah.
Wow.
They gave me some.
You can keep it like that, by the way, if that
It's
works.
good.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine.
They give me some pain medication and threw me on the plane, and I got home. Thank God. I mean, it's. I think I'm just gonna fight in the United States from now. I'm gonna try to, at least. It's a little different. Canada was beautiful, but I don't know. Just a little. The healthcare. I never really even thought about it. I fought in Mexico, Australia, freaking England, and never once did I think about like, oh, I wonder what kind of healthcare they have or how I'll be taken care of after the fight and stuff like that. And the UFC did a pretty good job of taking care of me, but I think it was I don't know, it was just a little different. I think if I ever get injured, I want to be in the good old US of A. You know what I mean?
Really? Because Canada, I mean, I'm sure you know this. I'm Canadian. We have health care for all. It's it's actually known as one of the better healthcare systems.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know. It seemed like I was waiting there for an awfully long time before anyone saw me or
Okay,
anything. But I mean, I don't know. I know I would have felt a lot more comfortable here
fair. All right.
as opposed to there, especially in the conditions that I was in and everything. Uh, it was just an extra thing that you think about when you don't really want to be thinking about anything else, you know.
Do you recall how early in the fight you broke the orbital and or the nose?
Uh, he hit me with a stiff jab that just I don't know if it broke my nose, but it cut my nose open, and that was I mean I guess the break when it broke could have been anyone. He hit me with a bunch of shots, so could have been anyone, but he did cut me open. That might have been the one. Um, but yeah, I think it was somewhere in the third round that he got me in the eye. Um, maybe the third round or the fourth round he got me, and definitely affected my vision, and it made it really. It was definitely something that was tough to fight through, and um, but it is what it is. You know, I train to be in those situations. I train to, we do drills where I cover one eye and I'm doing exercises or I'm spinning around and then I have to react. So I think that all my training uh, kept me in that fight, and that um, if I do a little bit more, it'll be it'll be a little easier. Maybe even come back and get a win, even in the worst situations like that kind of thing.
Did he surprise you at all in that fight?
Uh, I don't I don't know if he surprised me. Not, I don't think I was. I think I knew what I was getting myself into. I think a very it was a pretty even fight going, leading into that third round, and then at the end of the third round, he hit me with a good punch. He dropped me. I didn't see it at all. I was trying to close the distance, and I did it a little bit haphazardly, kind of moving in too close, too fast, and he's got a good jab. He lands on. I mean, he dropped a bunch of guys with that same punch that he dropped me with. So it's something that I should have been prepared for. Um, but even you could be prepared for everything. Anything could happen in there, and I just I just I no, I wasn't surprised by anything. I knew how good he was, how experienced he was, and definitely knew what I was getting into.
How was that week for you? Like going into the fight, walking to the cage, were you feeling good? Was it one of those fights where you were feeling a little bit off beforehand? How would you describe how you were feeling in the moments before the fight?
I honestly feel like I don't know everything. I don't know how did I feel. They did mess up my walkout music, which is that freaking pissed me off. I was almost gonna like not for a second. I was gonna be like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not walking out until you play the right song. But
Wait,
I
what were
just
they
went
supposed to play?
the Sopranos theme song. That's what this. That's yeah. That's the one right now.
Yes. And what
That's the
remind me,
one.
what did they end up playing?
An old
Oh, the
New
50
York
Cent,
Ja
right?
Rule.
Oh yeah, the Ja
Ja
Rule. Right,
Rule.
right. I'm from
Yeah,
New
yeah,
York.
yeah.
So you hear this and you're like, it
I
messes
was
with
like,
you, right?
it's a little. I mean, nah. I mean, listen, they could have played any song they wanted. I still would have got my ass kicked. So I'm not like fucking,
But it's annoying.
saying anything. It is. It's just, yeah. It's definitely not. But, these things happen. Mistakes. I don't know. It would have been nice if they got that right, especially because it was like a main event. I was the last guy walking out. This was a big deal for me. This was, I really was looking forward to this, and um, yeah, can't go back and change it now, but it would I don't know. Yeah, the warm up felt a little. I don't know. I think sometimes maybe that always happens. You're like, oh, I didn't feel great in the warm up, and then you go out there and you knock a guy out, and you're like, that's the way you just. It's weird how I don't know how you look back and you're like, oh man, everything went great, and then you lose the fight, or everything was going wrong, and then you win. So I don't think nothing really makes a difference. At the end of the day, it's 15, 25 minutes that you just gotta put everything to the side, if it's going great, if it's not going great. I mean, I had everybody at that fight. I had so much support leading up to this fight. Everybody came out from Long Island. All my teammates, friends, family. We were all hanging out before the fight. I had so much support. I had every opportunity to win this fight, and I should have, and I didn't. But yeah, it's the way it goes.
And by the way, just for the record, you did request that Soprano song, right? I get hung up over
Yeah.
these things. Okay, I just want to
Oh
make.
yeah.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
whack. It happened to
You
Rose
know what?
Namajunas too.
No. Well, I got a text and it said, "Do you want to walk out do you want the same walkout song?" And I said yes, because the last one I used that song.
Right.
So the same walkout song would have been the same one. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
guess something got lost there. Maybe they missed my last fight or something. I don't know.
How can I miss that main event fight? Come on.
Right? Come
Jeez
on.
Louise.
Come
Do we want
on.
to put that person on blast or no?
No,
All
no,
right.
no,
Fair
no.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're a good guy.
But trust me, they've been put on blast.
That's right. Well,
We took care of that.
all right. Fair enough. Those final seconds at the end of the fight, it was hard to watch. You look obviously like you were in a lot of pain when you went down on your knees. Could you describe that pain, that feeling that you felt? Have you ever felt that before in a fight?
No, not in a fight. It was just a lot of pain. I was hurting, man. I was hurting, and I knew that like every second that was going by, um, it was just like the adrenaline was wearing off. So I did leave. I tried to leave the cage because my leg was banged up, and I was like, I want to get back there, have the doctor check me out. At the end of I don't know, in my head I wasn't really thinking about it, and it kind of maybe it came off a little disrespectful that I wasn't um like I don't know, staying for the decision or whatever it was, but I don't think anyone took I don't think my opponent took any offense to it. Um, the way I think about it is like if I just kick the shit out of somebody's leg and break their orbital bone, if you want to go have a doctor check you out as soon as possible, then by all means, brother, go right ahead. So I was kind of just like trying to get right in the back, have the doctor check me. I knew I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I was just hoping that the injuries weren't that bad. But then they sat me down on the stool, and the doctor looked at me, and then by the time I had to get up and walk out, my leg is swollen. This thing was freaking. He kicked me a few of those low kicks, the low ones
Uh-huh.
by your shin,
Yeah.
and then a few of the ones on my thigh, inside and outside, and it was just like my whole leg was swollen. It was like they all connected together and just became one huge swell. But
Right.
yeah, it was brutal. I'm just finally starting to really be able to move around good again. So it took a toll. That will not happen again. That's for sure.
Are you almost surprised that you made it the 25 rounds, considering the amount of pain that you were in?
Uh, Not really. Um, I don't know. It's pretty crazy because during the only time I really felt any pain was in between the fourth and the fifth round. When you're in there and you're fighting, you don't really feel anything. I did feel a little like slow, and my vision wasn't really there, and I was trying to just like recover a little bit during the fight, but it just really never happened. And he just kept, he just kept, landing shots and stuff, and really just picked. He played. He beat the shit out of me the way a veteran is you know gets it done. A way he's good, man. He's good. I'm looking forward to his fight next week. I'll be out there actually. Aljamain's fighting on the same card.
Right.
So that's gonna be. The guy's freaking crazy, man. But hey, more power to him. He's hopping right in there. He's gonna make a lot of money in about a month. So.
Are you surprised he's doing this?
I don't. I mean, if he feels good,
Yeah.
by all means, go right ahead. If I felt good, right, if I was in fight shape and I was feeling good and I got the opportunity, that's a great opportunity. He wins this, he is the number one contender.
Right.
And I'm sure he's getting paid well, and I'm sure, it's what he loves to do. So why not? You know what I mean?
Do you think you'll take the rest of the year off?
No, no. Hopefully, I'm thinking like September, October. You know, relax a little bit, get some training in the summer. I'm gonna go out, probably check out that Performance Institute again, um, do some work there, and then come back and put in a training camp. You know.
Well, I don't know if this is of interest to you, but I believe you're the. Correct me if I'm wrong. You might be the last guy, unless I'm blanking here. You've not fought at MSG, correct?
I have not. No, I Barclays Center,
Yeah. So I feel like you're the
MSG.
last one of the New York guys to, and MSG. They're going to MSG November. That feels like a good time to come back.
Sign me up. That'd be sick.
Yes. Would you
Hell
like
yeah.
that?
No,
You'd want
yeah,
that, right?
that would be. It wouldn't get much better than that. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it.
I'm gonna call Dana after the show and just like plant the
Yeah, give him a
seed.
call. Just yeah,
Yeah.
give him a call. Shoot him a text or something. Just be like, yo, we haven't talked in a while. I'm sure, but I
DM.
think
I could
that
DM him.
yeah, yeah, shoot, send him a DM, and I'm sure he'll understand. He'll get me on there right away. As
Yeah.
long as you got my back. But yeah.
Always, always. Well, I'm happy to see that you're in good spirits. And did your am I correct in assuming that your parents just celebrated an anniversary? Is that accurate?
40th anniversary.
Wow,
Incredible.
40th
Incredible.
anniversary. What'd you guys
That's
do?
we went down to the cabana. You've been there
Yes.
before. We had a bunch of their friends down there. We had a dinner and just hung out, some old stories, and good times. It's always good times with them, and it's great that what an accomplishment. It's just it speaks about the both of them so much.
Did your mom make pina coladas for everyone?
No, we were just crushing the wine.
Okay.
We were just drinking wine. No peanut. I don't
Well,
know. Yeah, I don't
she
know.
made. Let me
Oh,
tell you
those are
something.
for.
Your mom makes an incredible pina colada. I'll just leave it at that. I'm still thinking about it. 3 years later.
There we go. There we go. Well,
All right.
you're welcome back anytime, Ariel. Anytime
Thank you,
we'll have a
Al.
little party, and
I
I'm sure she'll love to make some pina coladas.
virgin, only virgin. Just
Yeah, we suppose you don't have to know.
okay.
You just take what you just take what you're given.
Thank you, Al. It's great to see that you're okay, in good spirits. I'm sure this is not a good consolation, but you showed incredible heart as always, and always an honor to watch you fight. So I hope that you're not holding your head too low. You have a lot to be proud of, and I forgive you for everything that you said about my country. No hard feelings.
No, it's a great. Hey, Ottawa, we had a great time there. We
Yeah.
saw a lot. The War Museum, who knows, there was a lot to see, and I wish I could have stayed longer. The weather was beautiful there. It was, yeah, no, it was awesome. I had a great time in Canada, you know, aside from getting beat up and everything. But, yeah, no, it's good. Ring of Combat 68. I'm going to be commentating this
Oh,
Friday night on Fight Pass. So
wow.
make sure everyone tunes in. I'm going to be behind the mic. We got some
Wow.
great fights. A bunch of Serra-Longo guys. So definitely get
That's
your Fight
amazing.
Pass. Get Ring of Combat. I came up fighting in the Ring of Combat. Chris Weidman,
Yes.
Frankie Edgar. I could go John Vellante. I could go on and on and on about the great fighters that have come from the Ring of Combat. So I'm sure there's going to be a few more guys coming from this weekend show and eventually making it onto the UFC and maybe even being champions. You never know.
That's amazing. All right. Congratulations. I'll check that out this Friday. Ring of Combat, the broadcasting debut of Al Iaquinta. Well done, my man. We'll check it
Yes.
out, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, as always, for the time.
Appreciate it, Ariel. Thank you.
All right. There he is, the one and only Ragin' Al Iaquinta. How about that?